Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing well. It's been a couple of weeks since my last video. Just been busy and I've had chances to paint, I just haven't had any chance to actually do a video. But I thought I'd show you what I've worked on over the last 2 weeks and progress on a new project that I showed you in the last video. And I'm going to show you some stills of what I'm hoping to be able to do with it. But to start off with, I thought I'd show you this Hulk miniature. It's from Knight's Models. I bought the figure off of eBay and was able to put it together and paint it up. And what I would like to say about this is I actually painted this entire model with inks. So I used De La Rowney acrylic artist ink, and I airbrushed 90% of this figure with the inks. And I have to say that it went very, very well, and I'm really, really pleased with the results of the figure and really the results of using the inks. I was really impressed. It's the first time I've ever used them, and they turned out really, really well. Let me just spin this around a little bit so you can see a little bit more of the figure itself. The figure was a joy to paint. It was a little bit of a pain in the neck to put together. There were some fairly large gaps that had to be filled. I ended up using Milliput to fill those gaps, especially in the shoulder area where the arms met up with his shoulders and stuff. It was not very clean cast at all. Same thing with I think it was his right leg did not go on very cleanly either, and I had a lot of prep work to do to get it to work the way I wanted to. But overall, I think the figure turned out really, really well. And again, like I said, it was all done with inks. I had an amazing time actually using the airbrush to paint this. It was a lot of fun. So there's that. I'm going to show you progress on the Dangerous Lady. See if we can get her in the shot here. This one I'm still working on. It's not quite done yet. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit here. I've started on the belts, more on the jacket. Again, I'm using all oils for this one. So this is taking a little bit longer than normal because as I paint, I have to allow the oils to dry before I go on and put on the new layers and so on and so forth. But I'm really enjoying this piece too. I think it's coming out really, really well. The cast is really well done. I'm just going to tilt this down just a little bit because I want to show you some of the belt work here. So I've got more to do on this. I have the let me grab my little pointy stick. So more work to do on the buttons, some more work to do on the belt and the belt buckle themselves, definitely more on the trim work for the jacket and for around the buttons here. And then also the same thing, oops, move this into shot here. Definitely some more work to do on the belt And then obviously I'll have to start working on the sword as well once we finally get to that point. But again, another enjoyable piece to work on. And now I'm going to show you the Necromancer. Oops, let's move this out of the way. Tilt this down. So, I primed the figure black, and then I started to tone the figure using, again, the same Daler Rowney white ink. So I've been going through and just using the white ink and then thinning it with water, and that's been giving my gradients of gray, and that's it. I haven't used anything else. I haven't mixed white with black or anything like that to get my gray colors or anything at all like that. But with this, I've decided that I am going to do object source lighting with this figure. So you'll notice, like here, there's a very, very bright white up here, and then very dark. And I'll put up a still to show you the top of the globe, or the top of his staff, I should say. Here is an orb, and I'm going to use that as a point of light. And you'll see it in the photo, but what I did was I took a flashlight and I put it over the top of the orb. Took a photo of it, and then I went back and looked at where the light was hitting. And I painted those areas with the white a little bit brighter, so that when I go to put on my base colors, they'll lighten up a little bit. And then I can also then go and add more highlights to it after I've put the cloak color over that, to give the orb, to give it to look like the orb is glowing. Hope that makes sense. Like you'll notice here, again, the same thing. Very, very white here, but then darkens down. And then, let me show you one more thing here. What I'm also going to do is I'm also going to do an object source lighting from the bottom coming up, so that you can actually see his face. So my idea is he's standing over a cauldron or a outdoor campfire or something that's giving him some sort of light from the bottom. And I'll show you the photos that I did of that so you can see that as well. But he'll be lit this way as well, so we can get some skin tones. A little bit more of the bottom of the cloak will be lit here and here, a little bit of the staff down here, and then you'll just kind of get hints of the skull, a little bit of his hair, and a little bit of the crease of the cowl as well. But again, I took some stills of what I'm hoping to be able to do with that lighting as I try to paint it, and we'll see if that works. That'll be the first time I've tried to do object source lighting or OSL, and I just hope it works. We're gonna try it. Also, I wanted to show you a new set of rules that I just picked up. They are by Nicholas Dorrell, or Nick Dorrell, who's done the Twilight of the Sun King rules. he has just come out with a new set of rules called, let me adjust the camera here a little bit. Actually, I'm going to stop this and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, like I was saying, this is a new set of rules for the 7 Years' War. It's called Twilight of the Soldier King. So, war game rules for the battles in the age of Frederick the Great, 1730 to 1780. Again, they're by Nicholas Dorrell. And if you're at all familiar with Twilight of the Sun King, the rules play pretty similar to that, where you can play very large battles rather quickly. They have a nice innovation that you only roll for morale. There is no shooting involved and no melee rolls and things like that. It's all based on morale, so that when you get into, say, cannon range or musketry range, or even melee range, you essentially roll your morale dice, and depending on your state in your morale, right, there's factors and everything else, you will either break or stay. I think it's a really innovative set of rules, the Twilight of the Sun King and these, when I get a chance to actually try them out. But they've just come out. He's just published them. I've had these for about a week now. They do come with army lists. They do come with army lists. They come with a QRS. And it's just some nice how to form square, everything else. So it's a nice set of rules. If you're interested in 7 Years' War and looking for another set of rules for that, give these a look. I think you'll enjoy them. I'm looking forward to actually getting them out on the table soon, and once I do that, I'll have a little bit better review of them, but I just wanted to show you that they were out. And I will put a link in the description to the website where you can pick those up. He's also just released the scenario book for the rules as well. And those are available for purchase too. I don't have a copy of that yet. They haven't arrived. But other than that, I hope everybody is doing well. I've been watching videos, trying to comment as much as possible. And if you like this video, please like, comment, share. Let me know what you think of the object source lighting on the Necromancer. I will put up those stills so you can see what I was talking about. And I hope everybody's doing well. And I hope you have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.